Welcome back to In Rhythm Sports Podcast, episode 9. We're getting up there, Graham.
We are getting up there.
Today's the first day of the MLB season. So we're going to go 1 through 30. We're going to list them in a categorical order from World Series to less than 60 wins. And we're also going to, after we do that, we're going to get into the 17-game season for the NFL that just got changed. We'll argue for and against. And we're going to roll into... Graham, what else we're gonna roll into?
We're gonna review the March Madness. You know what happened? The little Will's picks with
I don't want to talk about it.
The underdogs that he was rooting for. Not the ones that he picked didn't come through, but we still have one underdog left. We're gonna get into it.
Today we're gonna get into listing the 30 baseball teams in different categories. So as you can see, we have the categories of less than 60 wins, 61 to 80 wins, 500 ball club, potential playoff team, playoff lock, and World Series. So Graham, I guess we're just going to go from bottom to top.
Start at the bottom?
The Reds are the bottom, and then the Yankees are the top left. So we probably won't use the Yankees for a while. So we'll start from the bottom right. And we'll start with the Cincinnati Reds. Graham, you and I are going to do this together.
Yeah.
Graham, where do you think the Reds are going to be located in our little categorical breakdown?
Okay, well, just a little prerequisite. I'm what you call a casual when it comes to baseball. So take my predictions with a grain of salt or full confidence, however you want to be looking at it. The Reds. Okay, I think they're I'm not gonna lie, they might be less than 60 wins. They might go to 60 wins, but I don't.
Wow.
Are they good? I don't think so.
The Reds made the playoffs last year, Graham. But a fact about them is they were the first team ever in MLB history to not score a run in their playoff series.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They're on a downwards decline.
Now, they have Joey Votto, Guino Suarez, and Nick Castellanos. So that's good, but that's not great. They lost Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, Trevor Bauer. We're going to talk about him when that team comes up.
Yes, sir. He's like the KD of baseball.
But, I don't know. I think the Reds will be around, 61 to 80 wins. That's where I'm putting them.
You know what? I had them at a 500 ball club, but, Graham, since you're the, knowledgeable guy here, we'll go with your take.
All right.
So,
that's a good decision.
Cincy, 61 to 80. Now, Graham, this next team is near and dear to your heart. The Washington Nationals. You were at a World Series game, if I am not mistaken, a few years ago to watch them play.
Mm-hmm. Big Nationals fan.
Yeah. So, who are you going with?
Okay, well.
I mean, where are you going with them?
Yeah, so the Nationals are actually one of the teams that I actually know about. Here's what I do know. I do know that Juan Soto had MVP numbers last year. But the thing is, we had the shortened season. The Nationals never really got in rhythm. Shout out to the podcast. So it was hard for me to judge last season. I think it depends on the Nationals pitching. It's kind of old, it's a bunch of older men. So we'll see how they go.
Very good old men.
I think it's playoff potential. I think that's where they're falling this year.
Graham, I could not agree more. Playoff potential. They have Strasburg, Scherzer, and Patrick Corbin, along with Juan Soto, top 5 player in the game. Yeah, playoff potential. Just because I think the NL East is stacked. Because you got the Braves and you got the Mets. And the MLB is reverting back to 3 division winners and 2 wild card teams this year in each league. So it's going to be tough for them to get a wild card spot if they don't win the division. So let's go playoff potential for them.
Mm-hmm.
The Cubs, Graham. Where do you have? I mean, you might not know the NL Central too much. What are you thinking? They got Rizzo still. They have Pop still.
Do they still have that Chris Bryant dude?
They still have that Chris Bryant dude.
Okay, they're definitely a solid club. Okay, I don't know. I feel like it's playoff potential 500 range. Maybe I'm underestimating them a little bit, but I feel like that's where they're sitting at.
No, I'm thinking the Reds were embarrassing in the playoffs last year with not scoring a run. But the Cubs lost to the Marlins last year in the playoffs, and that's after the Marlins had 25 guys off their roster at one point because of COVID. So if you lose to a team like that in the playoffs, and the Runners were supposed to finish dead last in the MLB last year, but they made the playoffs and they beat the Cubs. They're going to have a letdown. I don't care how much talent they got. I'm saying 500 ball club.
That's fair. I can see that.
Next, we have the Minnesota Twins. I don't know much about the Twins, but I know they're good.
Yeah, they have Donaldson, right?
I think, yes, they do have Josh Donaldson. They have Barrios, too. I think he's like a top 10 pitcher in the league, top 10 starter.
Yeah,
And
I think the Twins have a nice little team.
Yeah, they have Kenta Maeda, too. I think they're a playoff. I think they're a playoff lock, I think we can say.
Yeah, I'd definitely say they're playoff locks. I know they have some big names, but they're just a well-rounded roster.
Good for Minnesota. They need a good team after the Vikings just constantly let them down.
Yeah, shout out Minnesota.
Yeah, go Minnesota. Next, Chicago White Sox, same division. They have Jose Abreu, MVP last year in the AL, along with Lucas Giolito and Dallas Keuchel, Tim Anderson. What do you think of the White Sox? Do you think they're along with the Twins in the playoff lock category?
I would put him at playoff lock just because whenever I see baseball, I see Tim Anderson. I don't know, that dude's just he catches eyes. So I want to see him in the playoffs. So they got to be locks.
Shout out Reynolds Sports Management. They got to come onto the show. Tim Anderson's a player for them.
Yeah, sir.
All right. The New York Mets just made a big splash. They have, already Jacob deGrom, probably the best pitcher in the game. And they got Marcus Stroman this offseason. And they got Francisco Lindor. He just signed that 10-year, $341 million deal.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. I don't agree. Graham, first, let's take a stop real quick. What do you think about these huge contracts in the MLB? Do you think they're bad or good?
Well, here's the thing. Unlike other sports that are usually spread out over longer times, so it's a little different to analyze, but Lord have mercy, that's a lot of money. I'll tell you that. I don't think I would sign him for $340 million, but I don't know.
I don't think I would either. I think he's kind of got that. He's in the Bryce Harper, Manny Machado range. He's not in the Mookie Betts, Mike Trout category, where Mookie Betts and Mike Trout deserve that money. But I think Lindor is a market. Like the market gravitates towards him because he's exciting, he's fun, he's always smiling. So I think he's like he's a very marketable player, like Harper. But I don't think he has a talent necessarily to get that amount of money because that's like, no discredit to him. That's just an insane amount of money.
Yeah, ridiculous amount.
But regardless, they're going to be a good team this year.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm going to put them as a playoff lock, not because of Lindor or even that home run Pete Alonso guy who hit like 53 home runs his rookie year 2 years ago, but because of DeGrom, Stroman, and Carlos Carrasco, they're going to be good pitching.
Yeah, they got to be a lock. I mean, yeah, 100%. All they got is the Braves in front of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Braves, we'll get to them later, but I think the Braves and the Mets are going to find their way in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Arizona Diamondbacks. I just see this team and I think average. I don't know about you, Grant.
Yeah, nothing's really going on with the Diamondbacks. They're nothing special, I'll tell you that.
And when I say average, I mean like 61 to 80 ball club. I mean, they have Zach. They have Madison Bumgarner as their ace. That's he's old news. He's old news.
Yeah, I can definitely see him in the 61 to 80 range. I mean, if they do anything better than that, it's overachieving for sure.
And I don't think they will. Arizona's not an overachieving state, so going to the 60 to 80. All right, best team in the league, consensus Dodgers.
Yeah. Throw them all the way to the top. They got a ridiculous team.
Okay, but we do want to talk about, though, Trevor Bauer. What do you think about him going there?
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I didn't really know like the whole saga that was going on until it happened. Like everyone was going crazy on Twitter. He's a sellout. He's a sellout. He went to the best team in the league. He's a sellout. And because he's like an amazing pitcher, that's a KD move, as you stated earlier.
Big KD move. He was a Cy Young last year. Why don't you go to a team, I don't know, maybe like the Red Sox, who need a starting pitcher?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like when people do that. Like, they were the champions. I don't know.
I know, it's literally the same thing that KD did.
Oh, don't even get me started with that era.
You can't beat him, just join him, right? I guess so.
I
That's
guess.
what we're teaching society today. Not good. Okay. On to the Giants. I mean, they had that run when they'd win every other year from like 2009 to 2013. But Brandon Crawford, Buster Posey, Brandon Bell, they're old. Those guys, I think I remember hearing when I was like 10. So, Giants, I respect them. I'm going to give them 500 ball club range. Grant, what do you think?
Yeah, don't they have like a bunch of like young dudes? Like, aren't they
Yeah.
kind of like trying to rebuild a little bit?
Yeah, they're trying to build. I mean, they got Yastrzemski's grandson, so I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, Yaz is one of the best Red Sox players ever play. Yaz had some good years. I don't know. They're getting better, but they're not. I mean, they got to compete with the Dodgers and the Padres.
Yeah, we can throw them around the 500. That seems like a good little spot for them.
Yeah, 500's fair. I mean, it's 500's respectable, unless you're the Cubs, because you should be better. But no, they're gonna sell this year. All right. Graham, you can go first on Boston, because I got some things to say.
Okay, well, I don't know too much about Boston, but Henry Ackroyd did tell me that they had like the highest batting average in the league last year, or some interesting tidbit like that. And you know, that usually bodes well for teams. So I'm pretty sure they were bad last year, right? They were bad last year.
They were dreadful. They were the worst team in the. They were worse than the Orioles.
Yeah, so they were pretty bad last year, but apparently they're just good at putting the ball in play. I don't know how far that will get them. I want to put them in 61 to 80, but I might be optimistic in 500, but I'm going to say 61 to 80 right now. That's where I'm going with.
All right, let me tell you something, Graham.
Tell me.
So, I mean, I love the Red Sox.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're starting Nate Eovaldi game one. That's fine. Rodrigo's out right now, and Chris Sale's out right now. So he's a good number 3. But I look at who's starting game 2, like the probable starters. They don't have anyone listed. It's the second game of the season. You don't even know who's going to pitch game 2?
So what I'm hearing is it's dysfunctional.
It's dysfunctional. We have the 3rd biggest market in the league, behind the fourth, behind the Yankees, Mets, and then the Dodgers. And we have Chaim Bloom as our GM, who came from Tampa Bay, and he's trying to form us into the Tampa Bay Moneyball type style winning. We don't need to do that. Do that. Just spend the money. He got rid of Mookie Betts, he got rid of Jackie Bradley Jr., and he got rid of Andrew Benintendi all in a year. How do you do that? We still have talent offensively with Bogarts, Devers, and JD Martinez, but oh my gosh. If I didn't have any brain, I'd put you at less than 60 wins just to show you a lesson, but I'll give you 60 to 80 just to be like fair, because I know that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be good, but not good enough. We're gonna lose to the good teams. Or we're gonna lose to the bad teams and beat the good teams. I hate this team.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just heard, that was called passion. That's called wanting the best out of every single time you step on the field. If you're not rooting for your team, like Wilbur Dunlap roots for the Red Sox, you're not doing it right.
Unbelievable. Graham does the same thing for his Wizards, but it's frustrating. Gosh darn. All right, Rangers. Great. We'll move on.
Let's move on. We gotta keep rolling. The Rangers. Honestly, they're not that good, I'm pretty sure, right?
Let's gonna move this year.
Yeah, okay.
San Diego, they made some big splashes. They got Blake Snell over the offseason. And they have Tatis.
Yeah, we only need to name one man. Tatis.
I'll give them playoff lock.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, unless Tatis gets injured or something, because he's like, they move with him. So, as long as he's there, it's a lock.
He brings the fuego for sure.
100%.
So, I would put them up here with the Dodgers, but I mean, only 2 teams can play in the World Series.
Yeah, I don't know if they're there right now.
I don't know. Pirates, my roommate's a Pirates fan. RIP, they're terrible. Less than 60 wins.
Yeah, put them at the bottom.
Bottom of the totem pole. All right, the Fighting Phils, Graham. Where do you have them? I know you kind of like you kind of dabble with cheering for the Phillies as well, correct?
Yeah, my brother, shout out my little bro, Tyler Harrison. He's a big Phillies fan, so he's feeding me some information, but I can't see them being ridiculous. I feel like they're a 500 team. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're just very there.
Right. I feel that too. I feel like they have the talent to make the playoffs, but there's something about them that until they make it, I kind of can't see it. I mean, they have Nola, Harper, Hoskins, Realmuto, McCutcheon, but I mean, I was being a little generous, maybe because we're in close proximity to Philly, and I was giving them playoff potential. Could you see that?
I can definitely see them. If they click, they can make the playoffs. It's just they got to mesh, They got to gel.
So are we gonna give them a chance, playoff potential? Do you think that's fair?
Hometown team. Let's give them a chance.
Let's give them a chance. All right, I like that, Graham. All right. The Oakland Athletics, Graham. I don't think you know much about this team.
Yeah, I actually don't know anything about them, but you're gonna take it from here.
All right, I'll take it from here. They have Matt Chapman, best third baseman in the league behind Arenado, but they lost their shortstop Trevor Simeon over the offseason. Ergo, macroeconomics term for therefore, I'm going to give them, what did I say? I think I said that they're going to be, I think I'm going to give them playoff potential. Because, that West, I think Houston's kind of shaky now. So AL West is really out for grabs. So I could see them, even with losing Simeon, they're a good ball club. They know how to, they do what they should do because they don't have money. The Red Sox have money. But the A's know how to win with limited money, limited resources. So, playoff potential for them. And look how the Red Sox are down here and the A's are there. That's all I'm going to say.
That's a great comparison, Show what to do and what not to do.
Yeah. All right, Angels. Go ahead, Graham.
Okay. I actually do know they got Mike Trout and they got Ohtani, whatever his name is. What's his name?
Ohtani, yeah.
Yeah, he's nice. But, I mean, when you have Mike Trout, you got to be doing something, but if I don't recall, the Angels, the rest of the team is not that good. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right, Graham. And here's what I got to say to Mike Trout if he's listening out here.
Okay, talk to him.
Okay. Mike Trout, if you do not make the playoffs this year, you need to leave the team now. You got to get out of there because you're never going to do it. I don't know why these guys sign these big contracts to teams that haven't ever proved anything. The Angels last time in the playoffs, when they did something, it was like 2002.
Yeah.
So come on, Mike Trout.
I don't know why that man's still on that team, but yeah, they have not put talent around him.
Go to Boston, man. Come on.
Come to DC, man.
So, I mean, I'm giving them playoff potential, and the only reason I'm giving them playoff potential, they do have Ohtani and they do have Rendon, but those guys aren't good enough to lead. I mean, Rendon led the World Series team, but anyway. I don't want to really point him out because that kind of weakens my point, but anyway, Mike Trout, he would be the sole reason why they make the playoffs. Yeah. So I'll give them playoff potential just because But here's one thing, Graham.
Talk to me.
Here's one thing. What other sport can you have the best player in the league and not make the playoffs? For 6 straight years.
Yeah, bro, you're right about that. This is not normal. Come on now.
Best player in the league in any other sport is usually on the 1 seed of the playoff.
Bro, imagine LeBron. Imagine LeBron missing the playoffs for 6 straight years.
Yeah, Mike Trout, this might be an indictment on your character, man. I hope you're still listening.
Does Mike Trout have character issues?
I mean, I don't know. It's really peculiar how he's so good. And, they can't get it done. I mean, baseball, it's just, maybe that's why it's the greatest sport, because it takes more than one guy.
Maybe.
All right, Brew Crew. They just got my boy Jackie Bradley Jr. Shout out Hein Bloom for being the worst GM in the league. All right, Brewers, where you got him, Grant?
I love that you just gave these little digs every chance you get. Yeah, they got the Brewers. They got Christian Yelich. He's a baller. Obviously, you just said they picked up your boy, whatever his name is.
Jackie Bradley Jr., best center fielder in the league.
Yeah. Well, that part's debatable, but here's what we're gonna say.
Outfielder, not hitter.
Here's what we're gonna say. I think their playoff potential. That's what I'm gonna say. I can't really have a deep analysis into it, but I think it's potential.
All right. All I'm going to say about them is that they have one of the best outfielders in the league, with Christian Yelich, Lorenzo Cain, and JBJ. They also have the best reliever in the game in Josh Hader. So, with that said, and with somewhat of a weak NL Central other than the Cardinals, I'm giving them playoff potential too.
Beautiful. Yeah. Put them in there.
All right. KC, Graham, go.
KC, don't they have one of your old Red Sox dudes too?
I'm glad you brought that up.
I forget his name, but I know I saw that.
That's his name. And say his name, Andrew Benintendi. Another guy that fell.
I remember you telling me about him like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, Benintendi's nice. He had a really down year last year. I think he just like how when you have bad management, your performance starts to weaken. I think that's what happened to Benintendi. And I'm not saying the Royals are any better, but you know what? I'm an Andrew Benintendi fan for life after he made that sliding catch in Game 6 against the Astros in the 2018 playoffs. So Benny, take them to the promised lands, but still, the best acquisition for KC last year was getting Patrick Mahomes on their ownership. I'm saying Graham, what are you saying? Between here.
Let's just put him at the bottom, man. Let's just do it.
Yeah. Okay, Detroit. Detroit, easy.
Yeah, bro, I don't know anyone. Do they still have Cabrera?
They have Miguel Cabrera. He hit the first home run of the season this year.
Oh, good for him. Good he's still sluggy, you know? Back when I followed baseball real close, he was a baller, so that's good he's still balling.
Yeah, but he's just an old man with a bunch of scrubs right now.
Yeah, put him at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, Miguel Cabrera, Hall of Famer, but no one else on the team. All right, Colorado Rockies, post Nolan Arenado era in Colorado, but they still have Charlie Blackmon and they have Trevor Story. I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs by any means.
They're not good, Will. Let's be honest.
Let's give them 60 to 80.
Yeah, let's just put them in there. I mean, I got a baseball toss by one of the Rockies dudes. That's the best I can say about them.
Well said. Well said. All right, Cleveland Indians. Adam Tomer, shout out him. Kay Fander, shout out him. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but you lost Lindor. That's like this property franchise's version of, the Babe Ruth trade. So I'm giving you guys 500. You guys should be better, but that's a big L. Grant, what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, he's just talking Babe Ruth stuff on y'all. Y'all gonna take that? We'll see, but yeah, 500 seems like they could fit right in there.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of C's in a G. There's a C and a G. It's a CG sandwich right there.
C for average.
Yeah, exactly. Orioles.
They suck. We know they suck.
They are not good.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Put them at the bottom.
Braves. Braves are fired.
Yeah, lock the Braves in. They got Acuna, whatever his name is. He's a baller.
Acuna Jr.
Yeah, he's nice.
They got that free guy that's pitching against the Phillies right now. Soroka, Charlie Morton came there this offseason. They're fired. They have the best pitching staff in the NL. You can put me to my grave on that one. And actually, I don't know. That division's crazy. I don't know who has a better staff between the Mets and the Braves, but they're going right next to each other because they're both playoff locks.
Totally agree.
Houston, you know what? I'm seeing some depreciation expense, so we're going to debit them to the 500 ball club.
Look at you, Mr. Accountant.
There you go. I'll give my reasoning now that I put them there, but that was a smooth transition for the accounting reference. But anyway, shout out Jared Miller, AC 101. But,
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that Houston, they lost George Springer. He was kind of the leader of that team. And I think even though Bregman and Altuve are still there, I really think that they are really still hurting from that trash can scandal. And they should be, because that's not right for baseball. And Zach Greinke's their ace now, so they have someone who is not always, with it on the mound being their number one. I don't think they're going to do anything.
I think you said that perfectly.
Thank you. Yes, sir. All right. St. Louis Cardinals, the lone team in St. Louis now. The Rams are gone for good. They got They have Arenado. They have Goldschmidt. That's probably the deadliest corner infield in the league. I'm putting them as a playoff lock. I don't see anyone in the NL Central that can really compete with them. So that's my take.
Yeah.
I think you're going to agree with that.
No, I do agree. I know they had Arenado, and he's nice, so I would agree with that.
Let's do this. The Miami Marlins next. Derek Jeter owns partial owner. He's doing good things down there. But you know what? You know how they made the playoffs last year, and like I said, they beat the Cubs.
Yeah,
and I was embarrassing for the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing for the Marlins on the other side.
It
And
was.
some people are doubting them. I was looking at some power rankings, doing my research. They were at 22. That's disrespectful as heck.
What? They
So
beat the
not
Cubs.
only are they, bro, their playoff potential. They were in it last year. How can you downgrade them? They lost no one.
Put them right next to the Brewers right now.
Yes, sir. Miami, baby. Miami Vice. Okay. The Toronto Blue Jays. People are really high on the Blue Jays this year. I mean, they got Bo Bichette, Biggio, and Vladdy Guerrero. They also got George Springer. Great signing. But I'm still going to give them playoff potential because they have to prove it before they,
I was going to say playoff lock because they just beat the Yankees, and that's all I need to see, but we could put them in potential, too.
I mean, hey, Graham, do you want to take this one? They beat your Yanks. I mean, you kind of like the Yanks, too, right? I think.
Yeah, my dad's a huge Yankees fan.
By the way, is it Jeff Harrison's birthday today?
Yeah, it is. Shout out. Shout out my boy Jeff Harrison.
Yeah, I saw that on LinkedIn.
Big 5-0.
Whoa, big day. I got to text him about that.
Yeah, he would appreciate that.
Everyone watching the show, if you watched before, it's April Fool's Day, so I don't actually know if it's his real birthday, but say it anyway.
No, it's his birthday. That's what's funny about it.
I mean, all right, so if anyone's watching right now, text or call or email or LinkedIn message Mr. Harrison and tell him happy birthday.
He just got his vaccine today, too.
What a present.
I know.
Tampa Bay Rays, Grant. I think they're dunzos. I think they're back to irrelevancy.
You think? I mean, I don't actually know much about them, but if you say that, I believe you.
I think Tampa Bay is going to be being carried by Tampa Bay Bucks and Lightning from now on, not the Rays. I'm putting them the 500 ball club this year.
Okay.
That's meant to be disrespectful, by the way.
Take all that, Tampa Bay fans. Take that.
Take all that. Take that. Seattle Mariners. They're just a definition of average every year.
Yeah, they're not doing anything special at all. They're just...
No, I was going to give them here because I think it is a little disrespectful, but...
Yeah, put them right in that little category. I think they fit.
It's aesthetically pleasing, too, so...
Okay.
I'm going to have it.
Okay.
And then the Yankees, see... I'm hesitant to put them in the World Series, although they're the second best team in the league, just because I think the Dodgers are going to sweep anyone they play.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Dodgers are like a tier above the next best, which would be the Yankees. But I think the Yankees do have the most potential to compete,
Yeah, I think that's fair. They have Talion now added to that rotation, along with Garrett Cole. Who else do they have? Graham Stanton. Their offense is just absurd.
Yeah, I mean, if Aaron Judge gets things rolling, he can be a problem. I mean, you gotta put him in World Series, right? Because there's no tier for the Dodgers to be over everyone, so you gotta put him there.
I'll put them here for a second, and then I'll put them back where they belong.
Yeah, okay. We'll put we'll show everyone on the thumbnail, have the Yankees down low.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. That'll entice them in.
But yeah, I think they deserve to be up there with the Dodgers.
I think so too. And before we end this baseball segment, this is what's going to happen, by the way. So if you're making bets, let's put this into Las Vegas. We got your back. Let us know how you do. But anyway, Graham, let me show you this.
Okay.
Big market team, World Series. Big market team, World Series.
Yeah.
Big market team, 61 to 80 wins. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn.
Please figure it out. Please, 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 please. Do what the Patriots did. Go all in, man. Go all in.
Man, on that note, I feel like we just gotta wrap it up because it's only gonna get negative.
No, it's only going to get negative. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So you haven't screenshotted this yet. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Stop sharing the screen, and we're back.
We're back.
We're back on this turbo. So we talked about baseball. We both think that the Dodgers and Yankees are probably going to be in the World Series. We can see the Padres going there. We can see the White Sox maybe going in there. I don't really see anyone else going to the World Series.
But realistically, the Dodgers, if they lose, it's a failed season.
Yes. They have the second best player in the league and probably the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth too. So, I mean, yeah, Mookie Betts is probably going to be a third-time World Series champ. That's all I care about. I mean, so I'm going to be a Dodgers fan this year because the Red Sox just disappoint me every time.
Okay, I understand. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, Marmaduke is my favorite player, so I'm just going to cheer for him.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Grant, what we wanted to talk about, before we get into what I don't want to talk about, we're going to talk about the NFL season. This year, they just added, I think a couple days ago, it finally got approved by the NFL Players Association, 17-game season this year. There was some disgust from some players. Your boy Alvin Kamara said that he really did not like this. He said it's dumb as hell, I believe, in exact quotes. Grant, what do you think about the 17-game season?
I don't like it. Quite frankly, I think it's a money grab, and I think everyone knows it's a money grab. The biggest concern with the NFL and the biggest problem with the NFL is injuries. It's like, oh, these players get injured all the time, the concussions, the torn meniscuses, all that stuff. They're just adding another season, another game in the season, just another opportunity for injury. And for what real reason? We don't need this. Exactly. It's the moolah. If you see Alvin Kamara, one of the league's premier players, one of the best running backs in the game, he's not the only one that thinks that, if he's speaking out. Obviously, other players feel that way. I just don't like it. Now the stats are going to be changed. Pat Mahomes is going to have a 6,000-yard season.
I'm saying.
Everything's just going to be... It's a new era now. It's a whole new era.
Yeah, like in 2037, they're going to be like, instead of saying the modern era or like the live ball era and quarterback, like in baseball, the dead ball era, like the end of the dead ball era, now it's going to be the 17-game era.
It
Because
is.
everything's going to be compared to that. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to diminish people like Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers, those guys that are done playing because their stats aren't going to look as nice as the players who are coming in now like Herbert and Mahomes. But I am a fan. I understand totally where Alvin Kamara is coming from because it's just another game you could get into. But regardless of that, the Patriots are playing Dallas. That's a fun game. That's a fun game. I like adding that. Since I did it, I like adding the an intra-conference matchup. I really do like that, but I didn't keep it within the same conference. I like going to another conference. I like New England is playing Dallas. I think I saw the Packers are playing the Chiefs. That's a fun game.
That's a good game.
That's a fun game. I see the Bucs are playing the Colts. That's a really fun game that wouldn't have happened. So I like the excitement that it brings. But ultimately, I think overall I have to agree with Graham, even though I said before the show that I was going to take the other side. I don't know how you can. Every coach, his first speech is we got to win each quarter. Now it's going to be the last quarter and a quarter, for the last 4 games.
It just doesn't make sense.
Every team judges their season performance off 4 game stretches. And now they're going to add another game. By the way, if you're going to add 17 games, you got to have another bye week. Split it up. They get a 19-game season.
They still have one bye. And aren't they taking away a preseason game and to replace it?
Yeah, they are. But I mean, preseason, in my opinion, is kind of stupid. I know you got to do it just to get from fresh legs. But there was no preseason last year, and I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, but even so, if you're taking away a preseason game, it's less opportunity for them to get their legs ready. Because we did see a lot of early injuries last year. It did, it was fine in the long run, but maybe those early injuries don't happen if you keep the preseason game or you add bye week, like you said. But yeah, what they came up with is not, I don't like the decision.
And I think the preseason games, I think you're right, but those starters only play a couple of series each preseason. But I think I think the nice thing about preseason, and it fills your roster from 47 to 53. There's 6 extra guys you need to play special teams. So that's going to be diminished now. So are there only going to be 3 preseason games now, Graham?
I think it's 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, let us know in the comment section if you got this part of the video. And if you have, you're a trooper. Because this episode's been great, but, like, it's been a long time. I've been doing good. But, hey, let's go. I mean, I'm excited for you if you're still here. Shout out to probably Henry Ackworth.
Yeah, I love that man.
Yeah, we love Henry. Yeah, yes, sir. And so, I mean, I guess we're kind of in agreement that we don't really like it, but I think some of the games are really exciting to see.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of for it. I mean, I'm not getting hit, so I mean.
Yeah. So obviously we're gonna see some benefits from it. Like we're gonna see some exciting stuff, but if the players aren't happy, it kind of hurts the product if they, I don't know, they're not giving it their all. They're not playing last week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I think that's a big thing. But I think that's a big thing. Another gross thing about it is now teams are going to be 8-9, and that's just disgusting to think about.
That's nasty, bro. There's no more 7-9 season. What the heck?
No, there's no. Yeah, like 7-10. 7-10's a lot worse than 7-9.
Dude, the Redskins, what are they? Or the football team, what are they gonna do? That's their go-to record.
That is their go-to record. I don't know what they're gonna do with themselves. They're gonna be like, oh, we can't go. And the Cowboys, they're gonna be like, oh, we can't go 8-8 anymore.
Man, a lot of teams are gonna get a little shaken up.
And then that beautiful 13-3 record that teams always have. Oh my gosh, that's gone now.
It's gone.
Yeah, I mean, the aesthetics are going to be a little ruined for a couple of years, but we'll get over it. More football.
Hopefully it sets in smoothly. There's nothing bad. I don't know. Hopefully it just works out, I guess.
All right, and Grant, so last topic of the day. You can start.
Yeah.
Your team's still in it. My teams are not, and my predictions from our last episode did not pan out.
Yeah, so,
Hey, that Obama's dude on Oral Roberts almost sent them to the Elite Eight. That'd been crazy, by the way.
Yeah, he did hit the rim on that buzzer beater attempt. It would have been crazy. But yeah, Mike Gonzaga with the Bulldogs.
I think
my Bulldogs are still in it. I don't see them losing, so I'm still going to be cheering for them. But seeing UCLA go to the chip would be really cool. The thing is, they're not going to beat Gonzaga. They're just not. Gonzaga's too good, and they actually have an elite guard this year, so they're not going to lose. So I'm going to cheer for them. You know, it's fun to watch. I like watching Jalen Suggs. I like watching that Drew Timmy dude.
Yeah, Timmy.
He's nice. But, yeah, I mean, the other side, Baylor, Houston, I'm not too excited, but I think Baylor's going to dog them, to be honest. I might be a non-exciting Final Four. But, Will, you're underdogs. They couldn't pull through. I mean, I was cheering for Syracuse, man. I was cheering for them. They just, I don't know, they never got it going. I mean,
they never got it going. You know who else didn't get going?
Who?
Sister Jean never got it.
Oh my God.
You beat the ACC champs. You beat arguably the best team in the country in Illinois, behind Gonzaga. And then I get that Oregon State won the Pac. Did they win the Pac-12 before I say something stupid?
I'm not educated enough to speak on that.
Okay, we're just gonna say they won the Pac-12. We're just gonna say they didn't win the Pac-12. You lose to a 12 seed that didn't win their conference. Do that, Sister G. Come on, I thought you were better than that. I know you're better than that. Bad day. Everyone has bad days. You know what that proves? Sister Jean's cute. I'm glad they lost. Because, Sister Jean would have...
That's a big turn.
Yeah, I'm glad they lost. We needed to know that Sister Jean wasn't like a witch.
Okay, yeah. Have some normalcy in the world.
Have the normalcy in the world. Yeah, just like Tom Brady and LeBron winning in 2020. It's just bound to happen. We need the normalcy back in our lives.
Yeah, I agree. And then Oral Roberts, they had that last push.
They tried.
They had their final push. They just couldn't get it done. I mean,
Arkansas has battled and barely won their games, and the Southern State has beaten Hygiene 2 straight times. It's never gonna change. Some things never change, okay? They beat Colgate and then they beat Oral Roberts. So, Arkansas, keep beating Hygiene, okay? I guess you guys are fine without it.
Yeah, because Baylor's about to step on y'all, so y'all better just enjoy those moments.
That gets stinky.
About to get real stanky.
Yeah, so you're taking Baylor and Gonzaga. Who's your chip?
As long as Gonzaga's in it, I'm going to roll with them. I mean...
Hey, hold up.
Oh.
We had a misstep.
What's happening?
Baylor's playing Houston. Arkansas lost to Baylor.
Wait, what?
Arkansas's out. I don't know. I thought you said that Arkansas is still in.
I'm so confused right now. Well, I'm gonna keep it real.
Because you said Baylor is going to stomp on them, and I thought.
Oh, yeah, I meant Houston when I said that.
Yeah.
Okay, I meant Houston. I thought I said that.
Start over. Who you got in the Final Four? Say your whole spiel.
Listen here. Baylor is too good. They had that one bull that was sniping threes. They're not losing to Houston. They're there, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're very hungry. I'll give them that. They have some dogs. They're not beating Baylor. Gonzaga has too many elite players. They're too complete. UCLA is ran by one man. If he's hooping, maybe he'll carry him, but Gonzaga's got it. I'm gonna lie. So it's gonna be Gonzaga Baylor. That's what I got.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna agree with you that that one UCLA guy's gonna get it. He's gonna have it.
He has to.
You know what? The Bruins are taking down the Bulldogs.
Oh my god.
And we're just gonna go for it. I mean, I've been riding this upset train the whole March Madness. They're here for a reason, man. They play in the play-in game. They played a game extra than everyone else. Why not just win the chip and then go home and sit nice that? I'm going UCLA Bruins take down Houston. Ball game. Yeah, they're cutting those nets.
So we have just completely opposite championships.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. We'll see who's right.
You're that type of guy. Okay. I think the odds are in my favor, but I would not be against UCLA cutting nets down.
Doing it for John Wooden.
Doing it for John Wooden. Doing it for Russell Westbrook. Shout out my boy.
Yes. Oh, let's talk about that briefly. I gotta go to PT. It starts in 10 minutes, and I gotta drive 7 minutes. So we'll figure that out. But let's talk about that. 40, 15, and 21. I think the stat line was.
Listen, Russell Westbrook is healthy, and he is on y'all necks. Starting next year. We're making the playoffs next year.
All right, and on that, we're going to cut it. So, Graham, say our goodbyes.
Listen, MLB predictions. Super genius when it comes to that regard. So, I'm pretty sure our predictions will come true. If they don't, we won't even think about that. Henry Ackroyd, I know you're here. I love you, my boy. Shout out to everyone. Peace.